Okay, here we go. With structure has integrity, and this is my second go at this because one of my structures wasn't working before. It's so simple. Welcome to Midweek Mindset. It's been a while since I've done one of these because I've not had a clear structure. I've been trying to do them sort of around midday, and clearly that's a structure that doesn't work for me. And this is what I love about structure has integrity. So I am going live right now on Instagram and on Face page and on LinkedIn. So thank you for joining me wherever you are. And I would love to know what structures you have in place that really work for you. It could be something really simple, but just share it in the comments, because so many people go through life without any structure and without an awareness that structure has integrity. And so this works for both the good stuff in our life and the shitty stuff in our life. Like, if you have a structure in your life, for example, coping with stress by eating or drinking or some other self-destructive behavior, right? That is a structure. Right? And it has integrity. It always works. Right? It will give you that brief endorphin hit or whatever it is you need. And then you'll probably feel shit about it the next day. That is structure that has integrity. It does the same thing as much as the good stuff has integrity, like my morning walk. So this morning I've got a load to do today. I'm right in the middle of creating my online courses, which is showing me a lot of the structures that I'd forgotten, and they have integrity. And I was like, right, I've got so much to do today. Can I really do my morning walk? The answer is yes, because I know it's one of the things that I have in my life that is vital for my mental health more than anything else, to make me feel good. I know that today I just did a short one. I just did a half hour. I know that half hour of morning walk will actually pay me back later in the day, probably an hour and a half, because I'll feel good about myself. I won't be sat here going, oh God, I haven't even got out of the house today yet. So structure has integrity in every single way. This is a phrase I learned when I did the natural success trainings back in 2016, which was a year that showed me all my structures that had integrity that weren't good for me. It was the year of my blip. And if you've heard me speak before, you know about that. If you've not, I was having suicidal thoughts because my structures had integrity. What I saw, which wasn't true or real, made me feel bad about myself, my life, right? So that had integrity. And 2016 was the year that I learned so much more about myself, and I broke down a lot of the old structures and created a hell lot of new ones. And this is what I want to share with you. How does this impact your life? What structures have you got in your life that work for you? Right? Let's go there first, because like with my morning walk, with my days off, I write day off. Here's another one I'm going to share with you now. And please share your structures that work for you in the comments. Day off. When that's written in my diary, that's it. If someone asks me to do something, I say, no, I'm having a day off that day. If it's all right with you, I might, if I fancy it on the day, I'll let you know if that works for you. But if that doesn't work for you, that's fine. Then I'm going to say no. Most of the time, people go, yeah, that'll be fine. But when I have day off in my diary, it doesn't mean that day I do nothing. It just means that I haven't put anything in the diary. So if I want to stay in bed until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, reading a book and drinking cups of hot water and ginger, because I don't drink tea or coffee, then that's what I do. Sometimes on a day off, I've ended up doing my tax return, right? Because I choose what I want to do on that day. It is a structure that I have put in place since 2016. That has integrity, that makes me feel really good. When I'm looking through my busy diary and I go, oh, that's all right. In 2 weeks' time, I've got a day off. Oh. And that day off, I might go out and do a 18-mile walk. It doesn't matter, because I make my mind up on the day and do what I want to do. This is how structure has integrity. It has integrity in communication too. So if you look at your patterns that work, what is it about your patterns that work in your life? So for me, it's my day off. It's my morning walk. Very often my patterns that work are time orientated, because I'm not great with time. So the lesson that I learned yesterday about structure and integrity, which I was reminded of, creating my online courses, I'm doing the editing for them. And I was reminded, oh yeah, they take longer to edit than I think they do. I'm an over optimist. I always think I can get things done in a fraction of the time they actually take. I see Teresa is here live on Instagram. My focus is still to have them finished by the end of today. My structure has integrity. I'm going to be finishing this live before 9:20 so that I can have breakfast and start by 9:30. That is the structure I've created for today. But editing has been taking me longer than I thought. Right? But I've now remembered, yes, it's 10 minutes for every minute of video. Okay, now I know how long things are going to take. I can plan. When communication comes into the mix here, again, structure has integrity. How are you communicating? Are people hearing your message? If you work for yourself, are you asking for clients? Are you asking for the money? I've got a couple of people who I know at the moment who are saying, oh, it's really hard. And I'm seeing their posts, and none of their posts say, and if you'd like to work with me, drop me a line. Or if you would like me to do this for you, just ask me how, or go to this link, or there's none of that. So structure has integrity. If we're not asking for what we want, if we're not asking for what we need, if we're hoping people will come, that's less likely that we're going to get the result that you want. In communication, it doesn't have to be about money. It can be, if you're a people pleaser, if you're one of my lovely people pleasers who I work with a lot, whether you are a high-achieving, overachieving people pleaser with ridiculous self-expectations and ridiculous expectations of others that no one will ever meet, so you're always striving to please yourself and whoever else, or if you are one of my quieter, just most lovely serve and support people pleasers who is just trying to make everyone happy. If you're saying yes to something, right, because you're a people pleaser, it's hard to say no, and someone hasn't been clear in what they're asking you. If someone's just said, oh, I've got this project, can you help me with it? And you say, yes, of course. And then 6 months down the line, you're like, oh my God, I'm hating this. It's taking up all my time, but I can't leave them because then I'll feel guilty. There's the structure having integrity. The person asking wasn't clear, right? So clarity is king when it comes to communication. The person asking wasn't clear what was involved, and you didn't ask. You didn't say, I'd love to help you, but what is involved? How much time? What am I agreeing to? So when you're communicating, when you're asking for something, like when I asked for the beta testers for my new online courses that I'm creating, I said, this is what's happening. I'm creating these 4 courses. This is what they involve. This is what they're about. Would you like to do a beta test 1 or more? Here is an overview of how long the course is going to be, roughly. And you'll probably need another 30 minutes to an hour on top of that to give the feedback, to do the feedback forms. And that's me being generous with the time. I think they're probably only going to take half an hour, but I want people to allot the right amount of time. And I said, and I will need the feedback back within a week, preferably before. So I've been really clear, a really clear structure in what I'm asking for. And people have come back to me with great clarity. I'm on holiday from these days, so I won't be able to do anything then. I would love to do this course and this course. Because my structure in what I was communicating in an email, in this instance, was really clear. So it had integrity. So I'm getting clear responses. So this can go through everything in your life, right? I'm going out for lunch tomorrow with a friend who, whenever I go out, we indulge too much. We eat too much, we drink too much. But Friday morning, I'm going out for a walk and I'm going to leave quite early. So I can't drink too much tomorrow. So I have put a structure in place whereby my friend and I are only going to be eating and drinking for 3.5 hours. And then we're going to go to the cinema because I'm aware of the structures that are not so healthy in my life. And I can put new structures in place to make them better. It works in every area of your life. So I would love to know, what structures do you have in place that really work for you? Share them in the comments below, because what you share might help someone else. Your structure might be something that someone else is needing. So for example, for me, it's my morning walk. Without fail, get out of the house, go for a walk, exercise your body, clear your brain, and you'll have been out of the house for the day, especially with all of this working at home. Put day off in your diary. That structure works brilliantly for me. And I'm going to put a new structure in, which is structuring these midweek mindsets, which are every other Wednesday, and Thursday tidbits for the morning. So structure, my third tip is structure things at a time that works for you, and you're more likely to get it done. So for example, when I'm going to write my new oracle cards and my new book, I know I write much better first thing in the morning. So I'll be going to bed early so I can get up at 5:30, 5:45, and start writing at 6 a.m. Structures have integrity. What are your structures that work for you? I would love to know. And if you would like to be more confident in your communication, if you would like to find who you are and find out your structures and change them, and you like the way that I sound, the way that I work, what I do, then please get in touch with me and let's talk. I have new online courses coming up that might help you get an idea for how I work. And I have my 2-day flagship vocal confidence workshop happening on the 23rd and 24th. Or is it the 24th and 25th? Let me get a calendar and just check. It is the 24th and 25th of September in Waterloo, in London. So if you want to come to that, that is on the events page of my website. So that's a little callback to something I was talking about earlier for those who've just joined us. Thank you for being here. I am done. It is nearly 9:20. I said I was going to finish before then so that I can have my breakfast and get cracking with editing these courses by 9:30. Please share the structures that work for you in the comments, because you don't know whose life you might impact by sharing what works for you. Okay, thank you so much. And I will see you next Thursday morning with my Thursday Talking Tip Bit. Take care. Bye.